Hello, welcome. This is Chad Houston. I'm going to do a review stoichiometry lab. Number one on your list, make sure you wear your goggles. So because I don't have them, got to hit pause first. Hey, and through the miracle of technology, here we are back with goggles. Step number one, you got to have that. Make sure you've read the lab. This is the review stoichiometry lab. Okay, so here's the setup for this. So number one, you want to start out with a vial that looks like this, okay? And you get a little bit of phenolphthalein, which is a clear indicator that's going to help us see the reaction. And you take the cap off, okay, and you just want to get the mass of the empty vial with the phenolphthalein. Number two, you're going to basically get some acid, which is the hydrochloric acid, and we're just going to fill this about a third of the way full. So we take it like this, put it in here, hopefully I won't drop on my computer, and that's about a third of the way full. And then when you're finished with the pipette, whatever you do, don't keep it. You want to throw the pipette in the garbage. Now, I know it looks a little bit cloudy, it's just because of the indicator. Bottom line, what you do is you get the mass of this again. So we should be able to figure out the grams of the solution of the acid, which we can then convert to liters and milliliters and all that stuff. So we got that. Now the fun part is, once you record that, you want to get the sodium hydroxide base, okay? And the sodium hydroxide base I have in a special pipette, and we're gonna get this. And the key here is we want to slowly add the base. We want to slowly add the base to the acid until one drop makes it go pink. Okay, that means we have just the exact amount of acid and the exact amount of base each little molecule of acid that was in there reacted with each little molecule of base. Okay, so to show you this, I'm going to try and we kind of have a special little setup here, which I'm going to show you carefully. Okay, so I've got my base, I've got my little setup here. I'll move this around. If we move this, let's go to our little setup. And here is the nice little setup, okay? So what you can see here is this. And I'm going to try to move around here. So I got this, and I'm going to do this backwards. My little vial goes here. I'm going to take this, which is I call a Hoffman clamp, and I'm going to very carefully put it on here. Okay, I'm just going to screw it, not too tight. And what I want to do is basically have this drop into here. Okay, and this goes down. Put this here, and we can put this all the way down. Now, word of caution: do not, under any circumstances, have the tip go in there. We don't want that to happen. So you just want to gently screw this, and as I do that, I'm just basically dialing in drops here. And when I do that, if you see it, watch closely. And I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but probably not. I guess I'm the producer and cameraman here. But you can see it starts to turn pink, and the pink goes away. So every time that happens, okay, we basically are saying, hey, we need to add more. And what's going to happen is you can see that we're adding it, and then we're going to add it to the point where we've got pink in there, but as we can see the pink, so here I can see, kind of see the pink there, but if I shake it, the pink is gone. So what I'm going to do is just keep on doing this, and then we're basically going to add one drop, and I'm going to do this kind of in a hurry. You'll probably be more careful, but we'll get to the point where we add one drop, and then all of a sudden the pink doesn't go away. You don't want to overdo that. So here it is, and again, you can see there's like a lot of pink there. You see that pink? If I shake it up, it's gone. I'm not there yet. So we'll keep on doing that to where you just add one drop, and the pink is there, and it stays there. And then what I'll do then is you'll get the mass of this. So with the three masses, we have the mass of the empty vial with the indicator. We have the mass of the acid that's in there, and now we can find the mass of the base. If it's in grams, we can then change it to milliliters. If it's in milliliters, we have a volume. We should be able to find moles. If I have moles in volume, I can find molarity. If I have the balance equation and I have the moles of one, I can find the moles of the other. I could also find the moles of the product. I can do the balance equation. I could find out the grams of the solid that I would get if I evaporate all this off. So this is a great review of a lot of things we did. We could even find percent error. Okay, so that's why simple data. This is going to take, the analysis takes a long time. We've got sig figs in there as well. This is called a titration. When Guy Lussac did this, he first wanted to do it by mass, but he knew the scales weren't good enough during his day and age. So he said, we'll have to do it by volume, which we'll do in the springtime. However, now that the scales are better, if you do it by mass, just by this, you can get great data. That's the goal. Good luck, and I hope you've enjoyed this lab. And that does it for me.